Hey guys, welcome back. I'm Caleb Ray, you are you, and we are going to make a classic Japanese tanto. These are my materials right now. This is some, I don't know what kind of wood. It is already curved. I have 2 pieces of it, and it has holes in the middle, which is perfectly fine because I can cut that out and never know the difference. This is our steel. This is a piece of disc harrow. It's a little bit pitted. I'm okay with some black. It's going to look rustic. It's classic, not rustic. It's not really as long as I want it, so we're gonna cut it like 3/4, 5/8 of an inch wide. Cut the tang wider than I want it so I can draw it out a little bit. I'd like it to be dead center so you don't know which side you're getting the blade out of. Well, let's draw it and cut it out, and then we can forge on it. I'm actually gonna throw these things in the vise, cut the end off, and see how far that dowel goes. Okay, another like 3/16. All right. Okay. Not hot, but I'm gonna put it straightened out at least. Like I said, it's not hot. That's pretty useless exercise. One little tiny spot. That thing is ugly. Like, seriously ugly. I need a new forge when it actually gets hot. Alright, now it's cooled down. We're going to grind it all out. I found out that I'm a lot better hammering like this on this side versus this side because it feels kind of out of the way. So this bevel is really nice, and this bevel is very shallow and not quite as nice. I got to grind almost entirely on this side to bring the bevel over and then just kind of clean this one up. I need to clean up the end because I didn't really do much at the end. It's just kind of there. Take my wood. I'm going to cut the center out to get rid of those holes. And then, long enough? Yeah, it's long enough, barely. Good, actually, it's very nice. Works out quite well. Oh, it rings. I like that. Let's cut those. Like this. There we go. Now we have these go together and those go together just so. Actually, oh no, it's too tight. Well, it's definitely too tight for that. Could do 2 different materials. Let's check materials. That's walnut. It feels dry now. This is actually an older one, I guess. All the stuff was way too wet. Preferable, definitely nice dark wood like that. Let's go for the walnut. Plenty big enough. I just need to cut the end off. And then split it to get rid of the white wood. Take it to the joiner, I suppose. So I can get a flat side, and then I can split it with the table saw. Nice and flat. Okay. Ooh, it's smooth. Okay, this could work. There's a chance it could work. Let's throw a real block in there and see how bad we can destroy it. Well, that worked pretty well. I think I'm going to chisel out this part so I don't, entirely deny my chiseling heritage. Chiseling heritage. I'm a used car salesman. Actually gonna do a little bit of a spacer between the walnut part and the whatever that is part with a nice red piece of Badauk. I actually just remembered why I didn't do the heat treat yet, because I wanted to do the heat treat and I want to mark it first so I could cut the handle stuff out, and then I could put it in the tempering oven and work on this while I was tempering. So I need to heat treat this so I can temper it. Probably one of the best heat treats I've ever done, actually. Even though it didn't look that hot, it actually popped all the way over here, all the way to the tip, way up there. And that's a really good sign that it actually was past magnetism, was past probably at least 1500 degrees, well, maybe 1450 around there, all the way along the blade, which is really good. Most of my blades aren't. I just had part of it hot. I was usually okay just in the tip or something, so this is really cool for me. I like it. I want this thing to be pretty hard, I think. So I'm gonna go like really light, mid 300s. Giant thing I have to cut out. You probably can't see it, but that is the distance it is into this block of black walnut. Yeah, it's gonna be a pain. What can we do to make this easier? Really scared to try the router, but I kind of want to too. To be really fast and really clean if it worked. Let's do it. Look at that. Okay, it's been almost 2 hours. Now we can turn it off and let it cool down. Done. What do you think? it broke. So that's not good. I could make a much shorter one, like a lot shorter. That'd be kind of neat. Okay, we're gonna go upper 400 and leave it for another hour. 300 doesn't do nothing because that thing was still not cut with a file. Okay, this is the end of the second cycle. Hopefully now it will be able to cut with a file. It won't be so stinking hard, and we can reshape it. This thing in the vise and see if the file will cut it. It should at least cut. Oh yes, that's better. Check that out. Man, look at that blue. Is that heat treating colors? If you got any ideas, you gotta tell me what that is. Undecided whether I'm going to use wood glue or epoxy, because wood glue would obviously bond to all the wood. Maybe drill some holes or cut some grooves in this so it's positively held in there, but I won't. I'll just mix a little bit of epoxy up just for that cavity and then do the rest in wood glue. Throw a touch. So now for all practical purposes, we have epoxy pins. And make some more encased in epoxy. No chance of this thing moving. Not going incredibly well. Not really sure how this is going to work. Well, but it's going to work. Put some clamps on it. It's kind of frightening how bad this thing looks right now. It's gonna be okay. It's gonna be fine. It's gonna be my best knife ever. We're gonna unclamp this monstrosity and see how fast it falls apart. Oh boy. It's done. Let's just leave it. It broke. And there we go. Wow. So it actually looks kind of cool with the weird darkening because of the glue. So I'm going to leave it for now. I don't know how long this tang is. I don't really cut into it. Go here. I hit it. Seriously? I'm an idiot. Anyway, it's not that big of a deal. I'll just put a cap and it'll look really cool and it'll be awesome. I'm going to pay attention to where that end is. It's going to be totally fine. It's going to look great. It's going to look amazing. Just need to be more careful in general. Alright, that's pretty good. Now this one we will not be screwing up like that, even though I still might do a cap on them, but it looks kind of cool that way. See? Told you wouldn't. Wow, that's an insanely tight joint. Look at that. It's like it's not even there. This piece is a little bit narrow, but I don't think it's really going to matter. Not that much narrower than the actual piece itself. There we go. Now it's the next morning actually, and I've been thinking about this knife, obviously, pretty much continuously, and I think what it needs is some pins because the retention is pretty sad. It's basically non-existent. So what we're going to do, we're going to drill it out, place some pins on both sides here, and then we'll pop it in like this, and hopefully it'll dent that enough that we can drill our holes in there, and then they'll just squeeze right together, keep it nice and tight, and look nice. Pin's all polished up. Yeah, it fits. It's good. Alright, now I'm going to hit it, I think, with 60 grit, just to get all the grains running this way. And then I'll go down to the grits from there, polish it and oil it, and then closing montage. Just got it wet. When you get it wet, it raises the grain up, all those little broken fibers that are in there from sanding. And then you can sand it back down when it's dry, and it won't raise again, so it'll stay smooth. This is my favorite part by far. Putting oil on. Ooh, yeah. Thanks guys for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe. And as always, I'll see you in the next one.